forecast first. Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
9 o'clock on this Monday morning, and our temperatures are still very chilly. In fact, most of us are still in the low 40s out there, and we probably are going to stay, for a majority of us, probably going to actually stay in the 40s for even our highest today. 42 degrees currently in Lincoln. It's actually 39 still in Jacksonville, just like it was in the morning. 41 in Springfield, as well as in Taylorville. 43 in Champaign, and 41 in Pontiac, which is where we have our Pontiac RV weather camera up on a roofing dog on it. After the rain showers that came through earlier on this morning, we've had cloudy skies, but you can start to see some blue there on our camera. Winds are still out of the northeast between about 5 and 15 miles an hour. And as we go throughout the rest of our Monday, we're going to be generally cloudy with a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Temperatures will only be topping out into the upper 40s and low 50s with a few spotty showers. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
And thanks for joining us this morning. I'm McLeod Hageman.
And I'm Christy Batista. We have a lot for you in the next hour of the morning show. But first, let's take a look at your eye opener.
Well, one person recovering after a field fire destroys a home in Montgomery County. A closer look at the cause.
Plus, it's an amusement park workstation. What employees have to say about this cool idea in our trending topics.
And it's Motivational Monday. We're talking with the experts about losing a loved one and discussing the best ways to grieve. Those stories and more right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is The Morning Show on WCIA 3 News.
A person is recovering after a field fire destroys a home. Now, that happened near Donaldson in Montgomery County.
A mix of gusty wind and dry conditions led to that field fire spreading across 7 miles. One firefighter from Shoal Creek was taken to the hospital because of smoke and debris getting into his eye. Roughly a dozen departments responded to get that fire under control.
And firefighters responded to a brush fire, this time in Savoy. That happened on Goldenrod Drive. Firefighters say they responded to a call for a down power line, and neighbors say they heard a loud explosion and then saw flames coming out of the brush. Firefighters say the drier weather has many of them concerned about these fires spreading too quickly.
With the wind, it is a concern in the cities and out in the country as well, certainly for field fires in the country. But even in the city, you still have to be on a little extra alert when things are so dry and windy.
Ameren officials say at least 430 customers lost power when that line went down. It has since been restored.
Several people were taken to the hospital after a crash involving 2 cars and a bus. This happened at the intersection of Oakland and McKinley Avenues in Decatur. Police say the bus didn't yield to those cars. One car tried to avoid the crash, but the bus ended up hitting it. That car then hit another car, and the bus hit a tree. The bus driver was taken to the hospital. The people in one of the cars were also hurt. That bus driver was also given a ticket. More than 1,000 people have signed a petition asking for stricter punishment for people accused of reckless driving when a bicyclist is hurt.
And today, the city will consider that petition. Former Urbana City Clerk and Councilman Charlie Smythe says if you don't enforce the strictest penalties for that kind of driving, people will continue getting hurt. WCIA 3's Andy Olson has more.
Charles Smythe loves to bike, but even he knows the dangers that come with riding on the same road as motor vehicles.
You don't always see somebody in a mirror, and you can't hear a car coming up if it's windy. So that's the other factor, you know. So those are the precautions I take, you know, bright clothing, lights, helmet, mirror.
But Smythe wants those in the vehicles to do a better job protecting them. That's why his petition is calling for stricter punishments for those who injure bicyclists. The petition comes just 1 week after another bicyclist was killed this year by a semi-truck in Champaign County.
When you're passing a bicyclist, it's different. If you see the bicyclist, you're making a conscious decision to pass that bicyclist, and you have to do it in a safe manner. Anything less than safe is, frankly, to me, reckless.
The petition started on Saturday morning and already has over 1,300 signatures. It's addressed to Champaign County State's Attorney Julia Reitz. Smythe says in the petition that the state of Illinois allows drivers to be charged more appropriately.
Appropriate enforcement of the existing vulnerable user law in the state of Illinois needs to be done. We have a 3-foot passing law, and it needs to be enforced. Otherwise, why would the legislature have written it?
Yeah.
And Smythe says the city of Urbana is considering Vision Zero, which is an international movement to get traffic deaths down to zero. And he says, of course, that's a step in the right direction.
The state's COVID-19 infection rate is gaining momentum, reaching a 7-day rolling average of 5.3% positivity. There have been more than 4,200 confirmed new cases. More than 2,000 people are currently in the hospital, and more than 400 patients are actually in the ICU. 22 people have died from COVID-19 complications, and that's just in the past day. Also, keep in mind all 11 regions are trending in that direction with more infections reported daily. And Governor Pritzker went on CNN's State of the Union, and he responded to President Trump's remarks that Illinois could use a new governor. The president told his supporters during a Wisconsin rally that Illinois should reopen. The governor says President Trump has made it impossible to open any more than we already are.
He's modeling bad behavior. He doesn't wear a mask in public. He has rallies where they don't encourage people to wear masks in public. Truly, this is now, rhetoric that people understand, and particularly in rural areas in my state, that, well, the president doesn't wear a mask. We don't need to wear a mask. It's not that dangerous. The truth of the matter is that it is very dangerous, and even if there are therapeutics that are coming online that are helping people, our hospitalizations are going up.
Governor Pritzker says we are headed into a new wave of coronavirus. That includes Illinois and the whole country. He says his administration has not looked at any statewide closures or restrictions, but each region could face individual restrictions as the infection and hospitalization rates continue to climb.
And as COVID-19 cases rise in parts of central Illinois, some school districts are sending students back home to learn remotely starting today. Now we have new information for parents in Danville and Monticello. WCIA 3's Jared Farmer has those details.
Danville Superintendent Alicia Geddes told parents on Saturday night that all schools were shutting back down. They started the school year off with in-person learning, but because of an increase in coronavirus cases hitting the district, they'll be switching back to online. Administrative Assistant Tia Awadiha says the spread of COVID-19 requires patience from both parents and teachers alike.
I just think right now they're taking it case by case. I think this is unprecedented times for all of us, and so, we don't really know what to do, but to take it day by day as things progress.
Schools are expected to open back up on November 4th. However, one concerned grandmother thinks they were never safe enough to open in the first place.
I wasn't going to send my grandbabies COVID's out here. This is real, It's real. I got a son in the hospital now. He has COVID. It's real.
The superintendent says the district is working with the Vermilion County Health Department to clean affected areas to make sure it'll be safe to return to school. In Danville, I'm Jared Farmer, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
And the school district's plan is to gradually return students to school through phases. Phase 1 will have K through 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th graders returning first.
Phase 2 will have the remaining students return on the 16th. Students in grades 4 through 12 will have face-to-face classes 2 days a week. All right, now that you're up to speed on the news, let's get a check of the weather.
How's it looking outside there, Jack?
Well, at least the rain showers are done. Mac and Christy, for a lot of us, we are looking at just kind of cloudy skies out there right now, but still temperatures are cool. You can see with Storm Tracker Doppler that the rain showers ahead this morning have now moved off into Indiana, and we're still cloudy on the satellite. However, these are kind of thinner clouds than what we had earlier on this morning. You can see a majority of the rain is now into parts of southern Illinois going into Indiana at this point. There will still be, though, the chance for some spotty rain showers throughout the day today. As you can see with our current temperatures, you've got them in the middle 40s and lower 40s across the area right now, and we've got our winds that'll be out of the northeast. Now, temperature change compared to 24 hours ago, we're around 15 degrees cooler currently than where we were at this point yesterday. There are their winds out of the northeast to around 15 miles an hour. So you'll see with your cast, a lot of us will be in the upper 40s and low 50s. In fact, we're probably going to be seeing some spots stay in the 40s for the entire day today. So cool day today with the cloud cover, the wind, and those spotty rain chances. But we do have some warmer temperatures to talk about in our full forecast, which will be coming up in a little bit, guys.
Cool.
Chilly out there.
Yeah, it's chilly.
Yeah,
gross.
It's chilly. Tomorrow will be a little bit warmer in the morning, but even still, probably about the same. But it'll be by the middle to end of the week, you'll notice a change.
I will say, when I got up and actually got out of bed, I was like, oh, this is the reason why I wanted to stay in bed. It was just
hit that
little
snooze.
rainy, yeah. All right, it's time for Trending now. We are talking about an expensive map, a wedding, and working remotely. We've been talking about a lot of weddings lately.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start with a Kalamazoo couple who made quite the purchase at an estate sale. Listen to this. For just $5, they bought something that's now worth thousands of dollars. There it is. The couple actually bought the item 5 years ago. It's a tube of what they thought were vintage movie posters sat unopened in their basement for that long. That's before they realized they had something pretty special there. It turned out to be an 8x13 lithograph of the world in 8 separate oversized panels.
Oh, wow.
The map was created to market Air France and the routes they flew around the world. Now, while it's not officially appraised just yet, auction house Christie's values a very similar one at close to $22,000. Since the couple still frequents estate sales, they say they can't remember which one their treasure-filled tube came from, but instead of trying to sell it, the couple is now giving it away after making several copies of their own. Barb, the woman, decided to contact the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in D.C. It's now awaiting final acquisition approval from the museum's director, but if it's accepted, the couple does plan to visit to see it in person.
Wow.
Cool.
It's pretty neat.
Could you imagine just coming across something that was worth $22,000 in your basement like that?
Oh, yeah.
I'd want the money, but that's me.
Especially that, too. I mean, like, you know, it's like, you know, it probably looks like 1950s aviation stuff.
Right.
And that Smithsonian Air and Space Museum is really cool in D.C.
Have you been?
Yeah, that's my favorite Smithsonian one.
Cool.
But yeah, it's quite the investment right there for $5.
Yeah, I think it's cool too that they just thought it was movie posters and just left it there for that long.
Surprise.
It's like, whatever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Talk about return on investment. All right, here we go. We've got.
Here.
Oh, I can read.
It went a little ahead.
It was Raptors going rogue.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. An amusement park in Tokyo launched an amusement workstation package to include a business working area next to its pool and a ride on its observation Ferris wheel with a portable Wi-Fi router. Tasumo Yakamoto, 47-year-old resident and a president of an IT solutions firm, Fleck, took the Ferris wheel ride and dialed into an online business conference call. During the ride, he showed off the height and view to his coworkers through the camera on his laptop. He says it's different from how I usually work, so it's refreshing, and I feel great because it's outdoors. Other employees at his company are also working outdoors remotely. Several tourist attractions in Japan have been hit by the pandemic, and some amusement parks have explored other ways to entice visitors. We've got the theme park sells day passes for about $18.05 per person on weekdays and about $19 on the weekends and holidays, including a rental workspace by the pool side and a ride on the Ferris wheel, as well as free golf balls at a driving range inside the park.
Well, that's pretty cool. Could you imagine doing the news from a Ferris wheel? That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
I would sign up to do something like that. Heck yeah. Yeah.
Especially because you can zoom in now.
Yeah, for sure.
Do everything remote.
Just use your phone as a wireless hotspot, go to Navy Pier in Chicago and be like, all right, this is where we're doing the weather from. Weather in the 3s up on there, that'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Be a little windy up there.
Yeah, it would be a little windy.
Chilly on a day like today.
Yeah, for sure. Well, our next story takes us to Jerusalem. A hospital in Jerusalem allowed a wedding ceremony at its facility, so a 56-year-old coronavirus patient could watch his 20-year-old son say, I do. Now, only 20 people were allowed to attend, and everyone had to wear a mask. The unusual wedding took place on the same day the country eased movement restrictions imposed to address the pandemic. Now, the country imposed a second nationwide lockdown earlier this month after a dramatic spike in those cases. The lockdown was enforced after Israel saw 9,000 new cases a day earlier this month. The country has recorded more than 272,000 confirmed cases and more than 1,700 deaths since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, family members say that they were just happy to simply come together and celebrate this special day. I can't even imagine all of the people in the last few months who have had to cancel all their plans, whether it's graduation or weddings and stuff like that.
Birthdays even.
Yeah, everything's
doing
just
parades and stuff.
Yeah.
You could see he was just looking out the window. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good stuff right there. Well, coming up in this morning's Giving Back.
Rob Dahlhaus with See You at Home is sharing the information with us about One Winter Night. We'll be right back with that.